Hey, it's Joey with Melodic Marbles, and today I'm going to show you how you can play the song Joy to the World using a Gravitrax marble run. So, okay, to play music with Gravitrax, you're going to need a Gravitrax compatible xylophone. These are xylophones that I sell on my Etsy store. There's multiple sets there of different sizes. The biggest set is 25 notes, fully chromatic, 2 octaves. But the kind of medium set is 8-note C major scale. So the 25-note set can play a whole lot of songs. The 8-note major scale can't play as many, but it can play this song, Joy to the World, so I'm going to show you how. Okay, so the song Joy to the World is actually just a major scale in reverse. So I've got my 8 notes of my major scale here. I'm just going to order them in the order I'm going to play them. There we go. Okay, so to play this song, I just need to get my 8-note C major scale out, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and play it backwards. All right, so let's set up our Gravitrax bass plate here and start building. So whenever I'm building a song for the first time on a Gravitrax set, I always start with the last note. I like to work my way from the end back to the beginning. So I'm going to start with our last note, which is this one, which is the low C. Okay, so I have my low C here. I'm going to put it where I think the end is going to go. This song isn't too tricky to figure out note-wise. It's just a major scale in reverse. But the rhythm is interesting, and that's going to be the fun part here. So I have to think about the rhythm of that song. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. So thinking about that rhythm, we've got fairly slow notes on the last 3 notes. So I'm going to put some space between these last few notes. And each of these xylophone keys drops half of a height tile on its own. And I like to give a ramp down to each xylophone key of at least another half height tile. So I'm going to add a 1 tile spacer here, a full height tile spacer. On the second note, the D. So now I have D, C to end the song. Let's get that third note in there. So I'm adding our third note, the E. And the space between, the timing between the E and the D should be the same as the timing between the D and the C. But I'm trying to keep this marble run on just 2 bass plates. So I'm incorporating a turn here. I'm kind of counting 3 empty spaces between these 2 keys. So I'm going to count another 3 empty spaces between the E and the D, even though there's a turn in there. The rhythm might not be perfect, and I might have to adjust things, but this is how we're going to start. Now our next note, the F, has to come in pretty quickly before the E. Not right away, but yeah, about half the speed as the other notes. So rather than putting 3 empty tiles in between, I'm going to just do 1 empty tile. And like that. All right, here we go. Okay, that sounds pretty good. That's the last 4 notes of the song. Only 4 more notes to go. The next note here, the G, there's quite a bit of space between the G and the F rhythmically. So let's build out some space here. All right, so here's a good amount more space between the G and the F. Now I put the G here intentionally so that I could put the A right before it, because this is the quickest rhythm in the song. The A is going to have to come right before the G. Okay, we've got 6 out of 8 notes in right now. Let's gotta add 2 more notes. So we've got 1, 2, 3 hexagons, hexes coming before the A. That's about the right amount of space that I want before I play the next note, the B. So let's add that one in. Now all we gotta do is play the C at the very beginning. So let's do that. All right, there we go. That's 8 notes in. Let's try it and see how the rhythm goes. Pretty cool. To me, there was a little too much, or too little space between the first 2 notes. And I realized I kind of made a mistake here. I only put 2 hexes between the C and the B, whereas my quarter note for the song I've kind of defined to be 3 empty spaces between. So let's actually back this up 1. And then let's try it. There you go. Yeah, so that's a pretty simple song that you can make with just an 8-note major scale. So if that's something you want to try, go check it out on the Etsy store.